Good evening and welcome to Ontario Series Lacrosse on the JVI Sports Network. I'm Alan Corkum from the Toronto Rock Athletic Centre in Oakville, Ontario. Tonight, the Oakville Titans host the Ennismore James gang. The Titans coming off a big 10-9 overtime victory over the Brooklyn Lacrosse Club last night. The big hero was Brett Olbeckis, who had the game-winning goal. Ennismore James gang lost 12-8 to the Owen Sound North Stars last night up in Owen Sound, so looking to bounce back from that loss. And when these two teams played a few weeks ago, the James gang defeated the Titans 8-7 in overtime back on May 11th. Matt Fountain had the game-winning goal, and Dan Mickle had a hat trick. Eddie Renault, who I don't believe is playing tonight for Oakville, had 2 goals and 3 assists in that one. So a huge game right now. The Oakville Titans only had that one loss in the season. That was an overtime loss to the James gang. The James gang sit at 3-5. They're the outside looking in right now in the playoff picture. They are in 5th spot. So off the face-off, it's underway. James gang control. They're going to call it a legal play there already. Off the James gang, the Titans control. They'll pull the ball back to number 17, Spencer Pike. He'll bring it up ahead for Matt Lee. Matt Lee goes down low for Ryan Smith. Smith cutting in hard to the crease. Drops it back for Curtis Woodland. Woodland, 17 in the shot clock, loses the handle on the ball, takes a bump. The ball's up, setting up loose down. North Stars, the James gang pick it up. And then they lose the ball. Tough break there for number 25, Ryan Nolan, and the Titans will regain possession here in the first 30 seconds of this game. Pass goes to Matt Lee. Matt Lee coming up the floor with it. Nice pass in, misses. Number 77, Ryan Smith. And the goalie tonight for the James gang is Brandon Wilson, getting the start over Cole Murray, who picked his knee last night in that loss to Owen Sound. He is serving as the backup tonight if needed. Now the pass will go up ahead to number 16, Jeff Swift. Swift still has it, 12 in the shot clock. He drops it back to Josh Gilray. Shot clock going in. They got a shot, nice save there by Jesse Legault, getting the call tonight for the Oakville Titans. He's 2-0 in the season, trying to get 3rd win on the year. Titans pick up the ball and they get a new 30 on the shot clock, bring it up the floor. That's Patrick Corbett. Corbett has it, walks up, cuts through a couple defenders. And he'll drop it back to Cree Blakely. Blakely now fights through, gets a pass off. Delayed penalty coming up to the James gang. And Oakville will get a power play unless they can score here. There's a shot on goal and a nice save by Wilson, and we'll have the penalty call now as official Wilson makes it. And it'll be number 11, Chris Lopes, going off for interference. So a power play for the Titans early on here to try to break the ice in this one. At center floor, it's that's Matt Lee with it. Just waiting for everybody to get set up. We can get the penalty on the board, having a little bit of communication error there, and now we're going to get the penalty on the board. So Matt Lee will bring it up the floor. New 30 on the clock. Pass it back to Ryan Smith. To Lee. Takes shot, gets a pass over. Lee takes it back. Gets it down low. Goes to Spencer Pike. To Lee. Lee gets it back. Takes a shot. It's off an arm of a James gang player into the corner. Picked up by Renault, coming in, he shoots. No goal, he stepped in the crease, so it's waved off, and the James gang will regain possession to try to kill off a few seconds. Here we go, a big home run pass up, and it's not handled cleanly by number 21, Matt Evans, and the Titans regain control, and they have a break. It's over to Cree Blakely. Offense back on the floor now for the Titans. Drop it back for Ryan Smith, for Lee. Back to Smith, for Blakely, for Pike. Now it's Lee again, behind the back pass, what a nifty one. There's a shot, a nice save by Wilson off the stick of Smith. Now they get it back to Smith. High slot for Lee. Get it down low. There's a shot, winds, fires, and it's off the pad of Wilson and wide. And the Ennismore team regain possession, will bring up the floor. Just 53 seconds remaining on the power play for Oakville. And it's Dan Mickle, who had a hat trick in the last time these two teams played. He takes a bump. He had 21 goals going into last night's game and only 4 assists. But he loses possession here, gets hit, and he brings down his player. It's a battle for it. And it looks like they're going to get both headed to the sin bin for a little bit of extracurricular activity there. It's going to be Dan Mickle for Ennismore and Brett Olbeckis for Oakville. So Wilson, the officials there telling Olbeckis to calm down a little bit so he doesn't get an extra penalty. So we'll have a Wide open floor here for a few seconds. 33 seconds of 4-on-3 action. Oakville still in the power play with 3 minutes gone here in the first period. And we're still scoreless between the Titans and the James gang. Pass back to Ryan Smith. Go down low to Renault. Back to Pike. Shoots. Pass over. Pike gets it back. Down to Renault. Cuts in a nice save by Wilson off the pads. 18 the shot clock. James Gay trying to pick it up. Good defense there by Blakely to prevent it. Oh, and he gets knocked down. And to get it back, Blakely. Up ahead for Ryan Smith. 7 seconds left in the power play. Can they get a shot off before the man gets back on the floor? We'll see. Get it down low to Renault. Back to Spencer Pike. Man is out of the penalty box. They get a passing. Nice passing, but big save down low by Brandon Wilson to rob Eddie Renault. So the James gang keep it scoreless. But here they come on a break in transition. And it's Jeff Swift trying to get it. A delayed penalty now against Oakville coming up. So see what the call is here. Referee Wilson again. It's like holding the stick is the call. Might be too many men. Somebody has to go serve the penalty right now. Nobody's in the boxes of yet for the Oakville Titans. So we're waiting to see who's going to serve the penalty. It's going to be number 18, Justin Scott, going to the penalty box to serve the too many men call. So a power play now for the James gang. And it's 4-on-3. Can they get the first goal? Pass goes to Jeff Swift. Get down, lots of space. There's a pass over, shoots and scores! James gang gets on the board first. A nice passing play down low. And a good job there, and it's first goal of the game. Goes to number 17, Josh Gilray. Gilray should have a great pass down low, and he put it past Legault, and it's 1-0. Ennismore, 50-53 left in the first period, so they struck with only 14 seconds gone in the Oakville penalty. So waiting to try to get the scoreboard situated here. There's 53 seconds left in the Coincidental Miners to Ulbicus and Mickle. So I guess they're just trying to tell about it. I think it's might be some kinks in the scoreboard here tonight, but that's okay. We know that it's 1-0 Ennismore on a goal by Josh Gilray on the power play. And a big hit there just below our broadcast position. Now here comes a nice job there, but a big save as Ryan Smith is robbed in tight by Brandon Wilson. Titans get the ball back. They'll drop it for Matt Lee. Matt Lee stringing up the floor with it. Matt Lee still has it. Winds, fires, and a save by Wilson. New 30 on the clock, though, for Oakville. Oh, we got a penalty call here. A little bit of rough stuff in low, and it's going to be Coincidental Miners again. Josh Bean going off for Ennismore, and Spencer Pike for Oakville. Bean for roughing, Pike for high sticking, so referee's not letting anything go here early on, so they're setting the tone early. So lacrosse is a tough sport, but it seems like the referees are getting their way, so 3-on-3 action right now. Now it's back. That's Ryan Smith trying to bust in. Lots of floor here to play with 3-on-3. Now Lee bats it over. There's a chance, shot and scores! That's Curtis Woodland putting it by Brandon Wilson, and we're tied at 1. Exactly 5 minutes gone in the first period. Lots of space there to work with, and Curtis Woodland made the James gang pay as he beat Brandon Wilson. And we're tied at 1 with 15 minutes to go here in the first period of Ontario Series Lacrosse action here on the JVI Sports Network. So now we're back to 4-on-4 action. A nice play there, picked up by Chris Young. Transition, then he loses it. And it's scooped up by Brett Coons. Coons knocks down his man, big hard hit. Now it's a 1-on-1 play here. He's cutting in. spins around, shoots, and he scores! What an individual effort there by Brett Coons, knocking people over, going hard to net, and he scores to give the James Gang a 2-1 lead. Oh, baby, what a play there. Brett Coons, highlight reel stuff there for sure. Great job there by Brett Coons, individual effort. Bowls over the Oakville player, then he goes hard, and that spins around the defender and beats Jesse Legault. And they're going to have more possession right away to the James Gang, so momentum right now in Ennismore's favor. There comes Jeff Swift coming up. But pass, there's a shot out. Big save there by Legault. Drops Dan Mickle. Here come the Titans with the ball. It's Corbett dropping it back. Passing around now, trying to get that tying goal. Nice cut there by Eddie Renault, leading scorer on this team. The pass over to Corbett. Corbett trying to get it over for Justin Scott, having some trouble there. Only 5 left in the shot clock. He has to hurry. Gets knocked out, takes a shot, tries to get the pass off a little too high for Corbett, and a shot clock violation against the Titans, and it's Ennismore ball. Now they get the pass. There's a bit of a hacking and whacking there, and yep. Assistant ref there, Nurse, is going to give the call here. Both men are going off. It's going to be Alec Temes for Oakville and Ryan Nolan for Ennismore. This is the 3rd time tonight we've had coincidental minors called, so taking both men off, and no flow to this game right now. The refs are not letting anything go, so they're setting the tone early on that no funny business is going to be let go here tonight. Now here come the James Gang. 3-on-3 action. They have a 2-1 lead on the road. And here comes Zabolk is coming in. There's a fake shot. They bounce it on goal, and a save by Legault off the stick of Josh Gilray. Now the high pass over, and it goes into the stick of Olbicus. He'll drop it off and go to the bench. Offense on the floor for the Titans. 4-on-4 now as 2 men have come back for the penalty box. There goes Spencer Pike coming in. Gets a pass off here, cuts it, makes a nice move, and a goal! Nice play there by Matt Lee to cut in and put it by Brandon Wilson, and we're tied at 2, just like that, 12:59 to go here in the first period. 2 great goals in a row here. We had the Ennismore nice individual effort, and a great play there by Matt Lee to bust in, keep his feet out of the crease, and put it by Brandon Wilson. And we're tied at 2, just over 7 minutes into this first period. Hard fight for the face-off at center court. They're fighting hard. It's kicked back. Oh, and a steal here. Oh, and they're giving the possession back. Legal pick there, they're calling. So after that breakout by Oakville, it's all for naught as the James Gang will regain possession. But it's deep in their own zone. They'll have a new 30 on the clock. Now they bounce the ball over to Dan Mickle. Mickle drops it off to the captain, Jeff Swift. Swift coming up hard with Swift. Got that stick dancing. Gets the pass over. The shot. Oh, not handled cleanly there by Matt Evans trying to get it. Evans takes a bump, gets the ball back. 6 on the shot clock. Tries to get the pass into Mickle. Can't do it. And it's picked up by the Titans. They're in transition. 3-on-2. Sawyer Howell gets a pass over. In behind the goal is Ben Heidecker. Heidecker drops it back for Spencer Pike. Pike is going to let the offense get on the floor here. Now it's a pass to Corbett. Bats it over to Curtis Woodland. Woodland has one of the goals today. Woodland pass it for Pike. He comes in, shoots. He stopped, but he draws a penalty. It's going to be an Oakville power play. As Parker Sands is going to go off. I believe, let's see. Yep, Parker Sands, number 22, is going off for the hold. So it's a Titans power play as they try to take their first lead of the night. It's 2-2, 11:54 to go in the first period. going to be a double minor actually for that. Got a technical on that one. So 4-minute power play now. There's a nice play there. Nice fake. Get the pass over. Drop it back for Cree Blakely. Down for Ryan Smith. Smith drops it back. Oh, it misses Pike. But a heads-up play there by Blakely to pick up the ball. Down for Smith. Back for Matt Lee. Pike. Blakely. Renault shoots and a big save. Oh, and a big whack there with a goalie, but he couldn't get the ball. And Lee's being really manhandled down there, but he comes out with the ball. He'll go off for a change. Now it's Spencer Pike. Hits a streaking Curtis Woodland off the bench. Woodland gets it back. Over to Pike for Smith. Smith cuts in. Doesn't get much in the shot and misses. Ball is there loose. Titans trying to pick it up. Drop it back. Oh, shot clock expires though, and it's a shot clock violation against Oakville. 2:55 remaining in the double minor to the James gang. Oakville trying to get the ball back, but Ennismore has to kill some clock off this 4-minute penalty. Good job there defensively by Matt Fountain. Trying to hold the ball. Good Fountain, good job there. 2 Oakville players, and he drops it off for Michael Swift. Good job there by the James gang. Sniper now has a chance again. Coming in shorthanded, there's a shot. Oh, it bounces just off Legault and out of play as it's Travis Zabolix with a great chance. New 30 on the clock for the James gang, and they're shorthanded, but doing a great job eating up this clock as the first minor is almost expired. Oh, big hard hitting there, but the Titans is crushing the James gang player on the boards that caused the ball to cough up. And a late hit they're calling there, so it's going to be Ennismore possession. As Captain Gage Board came in and hit his player to the boards. A big pass there, goes over the head of Zabolix, but he gets it back. 20 on the shot clock. Zabolix drops it back. They'll feed it over for Michael Swift. And he drops it off. Nice chance in there, and he scores! What a play there by Dan Mickle. Using every ounce of muscle he had to put it in, back into the goalie, and he puts it in a short-handed tally, and it's 3-2 Ennismore. Another individual effort there, a great one by Dan Mickle, backing his way into the goalie and making sure he didn't step in the crease, and it's 3-2 for the James gang. 9:43 remaining in the opening period, but Oakville still has a minute 49 to work with on a power play. Great back and forth game here in the JVI Sports Network tonight. Ontario Series Lacrosse. Ennismore scores and Oakville scores. Have been back and forth. Let's see if Oakville can respond for a third time and tie this one up. And after that, they're going to award possession to Oakville. Olbicus has it, and he'll drop it off, go for the change. Now it's Spencer Pike. Drops it back for Matt Lee. Over to Ryan Smith. Smith gets it back for Lee. Over to Pike. Back to Lee. For Smith, 8 on the shot clock. Oh, ball gets bounced, only 5 left. Pike, back to Lee. Winds, fires, and a save by Wilson. As the shot clock was winding down, the James gang will regain possession. Pass up ahead for Matt Fountain. Fountain takes a whack, but keeps onto the ball. Minute to go in this double minor, nothing doing yet for the Titans. And for good measure, the James gang got a shorthanded marker from Dan Mickle just moments ago to give him a 3-2 lead. And now a delayed penalty coming up. Not more salt in the wound for the Titans. Another delayed penalty for them. Great job there by Fountain to drop it back. A little too fancy in that pass, and the shot clock expires, but we'll have a little bit of 4-on-4 action for 40 seconds, and then Ennismore will have a power play. We'll see what the penalty call here is as official Wilson goes over to the box. It's going to be a cross check against Sawyer Howell. And it will be Ennismore possession. Pass down low for Jeff Swift. Jeff Swift cutting in. Gets a pass off. There's a chance to scores. It's Mickle again. Second goal in a row. And it's 4-2 Ennismore. Just 8 seconds into the 4-on-4. Let's look again. Actually, that wasn't Mickle. Yeah, my numbers mixed up. Pardon me. I thought it was Mickle that got it. They're celebrating with Matt Evans there. It was Dan Mickle. Thought so. So I'm not sure why Evans was leading the parade back to the bench. Usually the goal scorer leads the corral, but it was Mickle that got in there, so I am correct. Second goal of the night for Mickle. He's been the sniper. He has at least 23 goals in the year. We're not sure how many he had last night in 0-7. We couldn't find the stats, unfortunately, before the game. We tried. And we're going to have a delayed penalty call. Winds it, fires. It's blocked by his own player. And the parade to the penalty box continues here. The poor scores table over there is getting a hand cramp from all these penalties here in the first period. 8:06 to go here in the first. Usually across the rough and tough sport, not much gets called, but they're really calling here tonight. It's Chris Lopes going off for the cross checks. So much for the Ennismore power play to come. And it's going to be a brief 12-second 4-on-3 advantage for the Titans. There's a shot, a nice save there by Brandon Wilson. And back up the floor come the James gang. Then the pass up ahead, Fat can't corral, so it's off the glass, picked up by Ryan Smith. 3-on-2, Smith gets a pass off or fires it well wide of the net. You need a soccer net in that one. Back the other way comes Parker Sands, 1-on-1. Defense gets on the floor for the Titans, the offense for the James gang. He'll drop it back for Michael Swift. Swift swiftly cuts in, pass it back for Matt Evans. Evans in there cutting hard. Evans eluding the checks, drops it off, but he turns it over. But right there to pick it up. Oh, and a tough break there for Josh Gill, right into the stick of the Oakville player. Now a 2-on-1, maybe a 3-on-1 for the Titans. Charbecker has a streaky player. Shoots. Oh, he hired, shot it high and wide. There's a rebound. Stopped again. Shot. Oh, what a big save. 2 in a row by Brandon Wilson. My goodness. Stopping any Titan in sight. Back the other way. Come the James gang. Oh, he shoots. Big save by Legault. There's a rebound. Another big save. 2 huge ones in a row for Legault. The goalie's starting to shine here at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. Back the other way. There's a shot. Nice shoulder save by Wilson as he stops Brett Olbekes. My heavens. Take a breath. Back the other way. Now slowing things down finally is Cree Blakely after that fast 30-second rush. Chances at both ends. 4-2 Ennismore. Now a brief power play for Oakville, 25 seconds. There's a nice pass, but he missed the net. Tough break there, but a good chance for Curtis Woodland. Now it's Blakely, 5 on a shot clock. That pass high and wide. Now back to Renault. For Lee, shoots. Big save again by Wilson. Wilson coming up huge in this first period, especially in the last couple of minutes, with 3 10-bell saves. Ennismore possession, 6:09 to go in the first. 4-2, the James gang lead here on the road. They're the only team to defeat the Oakville Titans this year, and looking good so far tonight, but still lots of lacrosse to be played. There's a pass in tight. Goes to Mickle again. Shoots, but Legault stands his ground this time. He's like, not this time, my friend. He shook his head at him. Oh, what a nice play there. So hard to stick him into Chris Young. Now it's Jeff Swift takes a shot. He whistled that one wide. There's a big rebound. Mickle can't corral that one. It's gobbled up by Legault, and back the other way come the Titans. Fast-paced action, end to end. Alex Tamas drops it off for Ryan Smith. Smith hits Matt Lee. Lee to Eddie Renault, misses the pass. 14 in the shot clock. Renault gets it for Spencer Pike. Now it's to Matt Lee. Matt Lee cuts, another penalty coming up. Lee shoots, save. And guess what, folks? Another penalty. It's going to be a hold this time against the James gang. Oakville back to the power play. The guilty party is Josh Bean going back for a second time to the box tonight. 5:06 to go here in the first period. Ennismore 4, Oakville 2. You're watching Ontario Series Lacrosse on the JVI Sports Network. Alan Corkin with you from the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. Now in the power play. There's a shot, oh, over the head. Smith fired it high and wide. Now here come the James gang shorthanded. It's McNean Hewitt trying to get the pass off Fountain, but it wasn't done cleanly. Fountain using his big size in there. Gets the ball back, but he's triple teamed in there. But he gets it right back. 15 on the shot clock. Hard to knock that man down, Matt Fountain. He's a fountain of strength. Now it's back for Matt Evans. Evans in there for Ennismore. Takes a shot at the end of the shot clock, but he gets the new 30, but Jesse Legault smartly gobbles it up for the Titans. So the Titans on the power play, 1:10 to go. They're trying to get within one. Renault to Woodland. Renault back to get it back. Shot from the high slot, shoots, save. Rebound up for grabs. Picked up by Jeff Swift. Now it's a breakaway. Comes Parker Sands busting, and Sands shoots, but it's high and over the net by about 10 feet. Now it's Jeff Swift with it, slowing things down. 43 to go in the power play for Oakville, but it's Ennismore trying to kill off the penalty. 10 on the shot clock. They're just eating up this clock. Now with Sands in there, he gets the ball knocked out of his stick. Back come the Titans. There's a pass inside. Shot, with big save again as Noble gets robbed. But a new 30 there at the end of this power play for Oakville, and the offense will get on the floor quickly. Trying to set something up here. 3:20 left in the first, 14 on the power play. Eddie Renault. Back for Ryan Smith. Smith over to Pike. Back for Renault. Back to Pike. There's a shot by Smith stopped. There's a rebound. Power play is over. But Oakville still threatening. There's Pike with a shot. A big save by Wilson. And back comes Ennismore with it. Up the floor. It's Ryan Nolan trying to get to Fountain. He gets knocked over for his troubles, but he got the pass off. Fountain in there using his toughness. Great job, and then he has it knocked down. Fountain still battling for that ball in there. After all that, it's going to be a penalty call again. Surprise, surprise. Alec Tamas going off for roughing, so this time it's an Ennismore power play near the end of the first period. 2:42 to go. James Yang up by 2, trying to add to their lead here near the end of the first. Work it down. Gilray. Swift. That was Swift with it. It's a back. Oh, nice nifty pass there, but it's off a couple legs. It might be a shorthanded break. Up ahead, here comes Gage Bohr on the breakaway. Bohr, shorthanded break, shoots. Oh, and a huge save there by Brandon Wilson to rob the captain. And the James Gangs fans that made the trip love that one. So now it's Ennismore with it again. 20 on the shot clock. Pass back for Jeff Swift. Takes a shot. Nice save by Legault off the leg. New 30 though. Cole McWilliams to Jeff Swift. Back to McWilliams. McWilliams walks up and shoots, but it's high and over net. There's a rebound. Nice pass in there, but it's bouncing around. And McWilliams gets knocked down for his troubles. Legault trying to corral it. He can't. Ball still up for grabs down there, and the James Gang get it. They'll drop it back to the point for Dan Mickle. Looking for the hat trick. Mickle smartly drops it off. Gets the return fee. 7 on the shot clock. Mickle winds, fires, and scores! The hat trick for Dan Mickle. A natural hat trick, 3 in a row, and it's a power play marker, and it's 5-2 Ennismore. What a side-winding shot there by Mickle. He's nearing on 30 goals for a reason. He's a sniper, that's for sure. 5-2 Ennismore lead, another power play goal. Dan Mickle again getting on the score sheet. Oakville will have some work to do in the intermission, but in lacrosse, it's a streaky game. They're still not out of it. Lots of time left. 2 full periods and a little bit here in the second. They were holding the Oakville player down, so they're going to give the ball to the Titans. Now they give it for Ryan Smith. Smith has it, drops it off. There's a chance, big shot and a save of the mask of Wilson. And back comes Ennismore with it. It's Ryan Nolan. Nolan trying to run his way to trouble, and he does. Drop it back for Travis Zabolics. Zabolics goes down low. Trying to get something going here to James. They bounce it across. Mickle gets it again. Give it to the hot hand. 5 in the shot. There's a pass over, but it's missed by Gilray. 3 in the shot clock, but it's turned over. Now a chance for Oakville to get one late in the first. It's Board. Gage Board will bounce it back for Spencer Pike. We'll be surprised if Coach Frank Lachowski will pull the goalie here to get the extra man out, but good he didn't in that one because they coughed it up. 25 left. Are they going to call a timeout here to get the last possession? And yes, they do. I was thinking they were going to do that. Finally, head coach Jim Johnston and associate coach John Martin will get the timeout call with 18.7 seconds left in the first, as the James gang will look for last possession here and maybe add another goal to give them a 4-goal advantage into the locker room after 20 minutes. So you're looking there at the James gang. They're getting a little talk to here to see what they can do with the offense. You're going to probably see Wilson go to the bench for the extra attacker with just under 20 seconds left in the first period. It's been a great period for the James gang. It was back and forth. It was at 2-2, but then 3 straight goals by Dan Mickle. The hat trick has given Ennismore a 5-2 lead on the road here. But like I said, in lacrosse, it's good to have a lead, but it can be gone in a whim, so you just got to keep plugging away. So now the James gang come back on the floor, as do the Titans here. Last possession for the James gang. Official Nurse will give the ball to Jeff Swift, and here we go. As the James gang will play for last shot of the period. Swift looks at the clock. 10 left. Trying to think what he's going to do. Here he goes. Now he moves. Swift gets it down. There's a pass in tight. The shot, and a nice shoulder save. Chance for the empty net. They throw it down, but the buzzer goes and misses the net anyway. And time expires to end the first period, but a good period for the road team, the Ennismore James gang. They lead the Oakville Titans 5-2 after 1. You're watching Ontario Series Lacrosse on the JVI Sports Network. Welcome back to Ontario Series Lacrosse on the JVI Sports Network. Alan Corrigan with you from the Toronto Athletic Centre in Oakville. The hometown Rock trail the Ennismore hometown Titans, I should say, pardon me. Rock will play tomorrow night in MSL action. Titans are trailing Ennismore 5-2, about to begin the second period of play. And right now, the penalty box is empty, but we'll see how long that is before that changes. A lot of penalties in that first period, a little uncharacteristic for lacrosse, but we'll see if the players have disciplined a little bit and see what happens here in period 2. Rock regain possession off the faceoff. It's Curtis Woodland coming up. Pass it over to Smith. Smith, it's a couple of nice picks, moves in, cuts and shoots. Steps in the crease though, and it's going to be Ennismore ball. He drove hard in there, but a little too close to the goalie, Brandon Wilson, who was spectacular in that first period. Now, good defense there by Corbett. Caused a turnover. Corbett picks it up, one-on-one. Corbett busted. Corbett coming in. Makes a move. Shoots. Oh, and a big save again by Brandon Wilson. And he'll scoop the ball up. Wilson robbing Corbett on the break and getting a big hand from the bench. Back the other way. It's Matt Evans. Gets the pass over. There's a shot. Nice save. It's Coleman Williams' shot. And it's going to be Oakville ball. As Legault had the ball down in his equipment. Gets it out and will pass it up ahead for Alec Tamas. Tamas throws it up the floor and he'll go off for a change. They feed it over for Justin Scott. The pass back, Scott trying to get it. And it's scooped up by Ennismore, a turnover. Now it's the James gang up the floor with it. The pass over. Trying to get something set up here. They drop it back. Picked up by Josh Gilray. Gilray. It's a pass over now. Chance again. It's a rebound. But they step in the crease. It's like Mickle again up there trying to score, but Oakville gets it. Trying to get one back here. Couple minutes into the second period. J. McMahon drops it off for Justin Scott. Down over Olbicus. Olbicus has it. Passed it back now for Smith, for Blakely. There's a nice pass for Lee, shoots, makes a fake, and then he scores. Matt Lee gets his second goal of the night, and the Rock back in it within 2. It's 5-3, 2:03 into the second period. Nice job there by Matt Lee. Faked the first shot, drew the goalie in, and then he beat him. And it's 5-3, 17:57 remaining, second period on Lee's second goal of the night. Titans needed that one to hurry to kill some momentum that the James gang had after the end of that first and going into the second period. But here comes Ennismore again off the draw. Ryan Nolan gets it up at Josh Bean. It takes a shot, a big save there by Legault to Rob Bean. Up the other way, it's Gage Board. Board, he fires and scores right through the wickets. It's the captain, Gage Board, and just like that within 19 seconds, it's 5-4. 2 goals in 19 seconds for the Oakville Titans. As I said, folks, it's a game of streaks. And it goes from a comfortable lead for Ennismore to a 1-goal lead and a nail-biter. 2:22 into the second period. So 2 goals in 19 seconds. That one by Gage Board. Matt Lee had the first one. So the Titans seem to get their game rolling right now. That's why they're 6-1 on the year. And here they come again. Pass over. It's Lee behind the goal, getting it back for Cree Blakely. Blakely, cross court for Curtis Woodland. 15 on the shot clock. Woodland, back to Smith. So over to Blakely. That's Lee again. He takes a shot. It's stopped this time, but a fresh 30 on the clock for the Titans. Pass out front. Thought of it, the shot did Woodland, but then he decided to drop it back for Blakely. To Matt Lee. Lee to Woodland, he shoots. Nice save there by Brandon Wilson. There's a rebound and almost picked up by the Titans, but the James gang get it out of trouble. Now it's Brett Coons. He'll drop it off and go off on a change. Mickle getting it for Parker Sands. Pardon me, that's Michael Swift. Back to Mickle. Mickle cutting in, takes a shot, but it's high and over the shoulder and misses the net. Back the other way come the Titans. They have all the momentum right now. 2 quick goals here in the second period. They get a 5-4 game. Now it's Eddie Renaud getting it for Justin Scott. Long pass over. There's Lee with a bounce pass. Takes a funny hop and it stays out. On the ball quickly is Eddie Renaud, the leading scorer of this Titans team. Bounce it over for Blakely. Smith, there's a shot, bounces wide out of Spencer Pike. Pike gets it back, new 30, there's a shot. And they're gonna give possession to the James gang. 4 minutes into the second period. Ennismore 5, Oakville 4. Now they get it up ahead for Cole McWilliams. Pass there. Spinning around is Josh Gilray trying to get a pass of Gilray now. Being really body hurt, still has it though. 10 in the struggle. He takes a shot through traffic and somehow Legault made the save. And he runs a huge pick there and they let it go. Back the other way come the Titans. There's a pass to Striggy. Blakely cuts and shoots and he misses the wide side. Now it's Woodland. Drops it back for Justin Scott. To Renaud. For Smith. To Blakely. Blakely cutting in. Over the back pass. A little too hard for Ryan Smith. It is gobbled up. Now a long feed ahead. Picked up by Mickle. Look at Mickle busting. Takes a shot and it's kicked away by Jesse Legault as Mickle was in behind everybody looking for his 4th of the night. Back the other way come the Titans. We'll drop it back for Eddie Renaud. Renaud. And there's a nice shot. One-timer, but Lee misses the net. Nice slick pass there from Renaud, but Lee just fired it wide. Back the other way comes Ennismore. It's Ryan Nolan. Nolan drops it back as offer change to Travis Zabolics. Zabolics. Over for Mickle. Down low for Swift. Has a shot. Oh, it's off a body and wide. It was Matt Evans with a great chance. Big hit there. Oh, and a big hit there. Oh, coming in hard and late was Travis Zabolics. And he's gone. A hard hit is down is Patrick Corbin. He's still down. I think it might be 5 in a game as they've sent Travis Zabolics to the locker room. But he came in like a freight train and just ran over Patrick Corbin hard into the boards. And looks a little shaken up, but he's up on his own power and he's trotting to the bench. But what a collision there. You'd hear that a mile away. As Travis Zabolics, the freight train, came in and just crushed Patrick Corbin against the boards. I think the referee deemed it was a little high. Maybe got the arm up a little bit. So I believe it's going to be a 5 in a game because they've sent Zabolics to the showers. Just waiting for the official call here to go on the score clock. This could be the turning point of the game right here, especially if it's a 5-minute power play for the Oakville Titans. They're only down 1. They've got 2 quick goals here in the second period. All the momentum is in the home team's favor. Captains are there talking to the referee Wilson. Trying to get things determined. See the referee here talking to the scorer's bench. As they by the hand seal, it is going to be a 5-minute penalty. Just waiting for it to go up on the scoreboard. No, it's only going to be, yes. It is going to be a 5-minute major and a game misconduct for high sticking. It looked like more of a match penalty for high sticking. And there's a chance, a nice shot, a nice save by Brandon Wilson. Now, the funny thing was with that, I didn't even see the stick come up. It looked more of a charge, but they call it a high stick and a match penalty. Wow. As the ball just came out of the locker room there and gave Wilson a piece of his mind and a good chance for Oakville the other way. Wow. James Gang pick it up. Right now. Oh, and a big crunch there. They're giving possession back to the James Gang. Play there, they're really bowling around down there. So the James gang just trying to kill off this 5-minute major and a match penalty to Travis Zabolix for a high stick. I didn't see the stick come up. I thought they might have deemed it a bit of a head hit. Didn't even look that bad. It was a hard crunch, that's for sure. And now here comes short-handed chance, but stepping in the crease was Cole McWilliams, and it's Oakville ball. And on that last possession before this, I know he came out and gave the referee a piece of his mind. But luckily, the referee did not hear it. So now Oakville with possession, trying to tie this one up. They have a golden opportunity here to take control of the game. It's Lee to Pike. Pass, they get it in tight right now, and a nice arm save by Brandon Wilson. Now they'll work it back for Matt Lee. Blakely, now it's Pike shoots and scores right through the wide open 5-hole. Spencer Pike in the power play, and it's 5-5. 12:39 to go in the second, and there's still 3:19 remaining on the major penalty. So now we'll go back to center court for the face-off, and it's still an Oakville power play. Working hard for it, a good job there. They are going to have more possession after that. Good hard job there on the face-off by Josh Bean to get possession back for the James gang. It's a 5-5 game, 3 straight goals here in the second period for Oakville to get right back into this one. They have a major power play to work with 3 minutes left, but Ennismore had the ball trying to get a shorty. Big hit there as they hit Matt Evans trying to work that ball loose, and they do. They get the pass up ahead. Here they come in transition. Nolan Apers going to the bench and leaves it for Matt Lee. Lee really working that stick pretty fast. Trying to knock anything in sight there is Jeff Swift. Now it's Pike for Lee. Smith, Blakely, Smith, Lee, Smith with it back. Over to Pike, fakes the first shot, moves in, but a nice save. It's a rebound, but Lee stepped in the crease. Crease violation, Oakville, and it's Ennismore ball. Back the other way comes the captain, Jeff Swift. Pass it over, and Mickle is in there short. Because Mickle busting it, takes a shot. He scores! Dan Mickle short-handed. Gives the Ennismore James gang the lead back. It's 6-5, and that's his 4th goal of the night. The league sniper, Mickle, making the Titans pay with a shorty for his 4th of the night. It's 6-5 Ennismore, 11:35 to go in the second period. Now we're back for the face-off. So that was a huge goal for Ennismore there to kill a little bit of that momentum for Oakville, but Oakville still have 2:15 to work with of the major power play. They already got 1 goal on it. Can they get another here to tie it up? They've outscored Ennismore 3-1 here in the second. Smith to Eddie Renault. Or back to Smith. Back to Renault. Walks up. Takes a shot. Nice save by Wilson. And it's still going to be Oakville ball. Pass it over to Woodland. Pike. Smith. Renault. Woodland. Blakely. Smith. Renault winds, fires, it's blocked. Rebound finds its way to Spencer Pike. 13 on the shot clock. Pike, Smith, Renault. Woodland, nice save. And it's gobbled up by Brandon Wilson. And the pass up the floor finds its way to Ryan Nolan. Nolan, short-handed, cutting in. Minute 20 to go in this major power play for the Titans. Oh, a miss there. They're going to come breaking in. Chance again. He scores. It's Mickle again. Hot hand. The kid is hot tonight. Dan Mickle snipes again. Number 5, and it's 7-5 Ennismore. Second shorthanded goal of this penalty. My goodness. They're going to have to get about 3 guys on him the way he's playing tonight. See the smoke coming off his stick from up here in our broadcast position. Wow. Dan Bickle had 21 goals going into last night's game against Owen Sound. He has 5 tonight. Now they're fighting for the ball at center floor. Picked up, and here's they come again. It's Ryan Nolan. He shoots. Saved by Legault. Needed that one to kill off this Ennismore short-handed momentum. Now, Oakville trying to get something on Blakely. Dropping it back for Ryan Smith. Smith, they pass her. There's a shot by Pike. It's stopped. Ball is coughed up. Now it's Oakville with 37 to go. We're halfway through the second period. Tough pass there. The buzzers from over the other rink, so don't worry about that. Now it's a chance. Renault gets the ball back in the high slot. Takes a shot. Nice big save. And a new 30 on the clock. The pass finds its way to Woodland. Back to Eddie Renault. 15 left in the power play. Renault. Down low for Woodland. Woodland for Renault. Back to Woodland. Trying to streaking Blakely, but it's intercepted. Here they come again. It's a break for Parker Sands, but he gets shoved off the ball. No call there. The coaching staff is a little bit miffed at that one. Back the other way come the Titans. Gage Board. Trots it back for Eddie Renault. Renault bats it over for Blakely. Blakely cuts in, takes a shot, saved by Wilson. He'll scoop it up. Wilson, the long feed ahead. And he hits you-know-who. The money man tonight, Bickle. Drops it back. Bickle gets it back. Wide open, then there's the captain. It's off the post. Oh, what a chance there for Jeff Swift, but he hit the iron. Will that come back to burn the James game? We'll have to see. Up the other way coming. It's Board, and he scores. Gage Board makes it a one-goal game, a 7-6 with 8:28 to go here in the second. Jeff Swift hit the post at one end, and back the other way, the captain of Oakville, Gage Board, scores, and it's 7-6. Oh, captain, my captain. So, yeah, one captain misses and the other captain strikes. But it's a one-goal lead again for Ennismore. 7-6, 8:28 to go here in period 2. Now they get the pass over for Blakely. Blakely has it. Blakely trying to get something as Oakville trying to tie it up again. Now it's Woodland cutting in. Woodland down for Smith. Smith, a chance and a goal! Justin Scott will put it through the wickets of Brandon Wilson, and we're tied up again. It's great. Lucky Sevens on the board. 7-7, 8:05 to go here in the second. And now the scoring is coming in bunches. It was both teams just going back to center floor to see what they can do. Ennismore control off the faceoff. Oh, but it's intercepted by Mason Noble. Noble 2-on-1. Noble, he feeds it over and he gets drilled there. What a big hit there by Brett Coons. Laying the smack down on Mason Noble. And he gets a broken stick for trouble, and it's kicked away. But Oakville regains possession. Now it's Woodland. Why is it fires? He just whistled that one wide. Good chance there for Curtis Woodland. He goes all the way back. Avoids the check. Here goes Woodland. 3 to shot. Takes a shot, but he missed the net. And it will be a shot clock violation. But on the other way, it's Ryan Nolan bringing in. Nolan shoots. He scores. Ryan Nolan on the breakaway. Beats Jesse Legault. And it's 8-7 Ennismore, 7:23 to go in the second period. Very heads up play there by Ennismore to lead Ryan Nolan on the break, and he made no mistake beating Jesse Legault. 8-7 Ennismore. It's in a real game of momentum shifts here. It looks like when Oakville gets it back, Ennismore takes it away, and then the same thing. So it's going to be a seesaw battle the whole way, folks. Stay tuned here in the JVI Sports Network Great game here tonight in Ontario Series Lacrosse action. Whoa, and a angry play there. You gotta be calm, you gotta be careful there. You gotta calm your emotions. If you're Josh Bean there, you don't want to get an undisciplined penalty there. He was very upset over losing that draw and losing possession. But here's Oakville again, trying to tie it up. They drop it back for Justin Scott. Over to Pike. Pike walks up, takes a shot, but it's high and over net. Gets a rebound, shoots. And a big save there, closing the arm up is Brandon Wilson. And they're playing, he's going to do a piggyback on the player there down there, Bean. I don't think Bean would like that too much. Wrong guy to piggyback. Might throw you off and you'd be going. Now it's the captain. Swift, they get it up for Mickle. For Michael Swift. It's over to Matt Evans, but he can't control, and up the other way, might be a break, 2-on-1. Nolan Apers drops it back. Apers gets it back, shoots. Oh, and a big save there by Brandon Wilson again. Nolan Apers getting a rare chance. And here come the James Gang transition. There's a pass. Nice three-way passing play, but it's off the back of the net. Mickle trying to strike again. Oh, and the two players almost collide there from their own team there to James Gang. Up the other way, Chris Young. Pass goes awry, but Oakville will have time to regain it. 20 left on the shot clock. They get it across. Coming in, there's Lee, shoots, he scores. There's the hat trick for Matt Lee. Crazy eights here in Oakville, 8-8. 5:52 to go here in the second as Matt Lee gets his hattie of the night. And a nice shot. He's had a great game here tonight for the Titans. As is Dan Mickle with 5 for Ennismore. So the Snipers are putting on a show for their respective clubs here at the track tonight. .552 to go here in the second, 8-8. Ennismore and Oakville, a big game for Ennismore as they try to get back in the playoff picture. As I talked to their coaching staff before the game, every game now is like a game 7, a must win. They want to stay in this playoff race, and they're playing with some desperation here tonight against a very strong Oakville club. They said earlier in the broadcast, they're the only team to defeat Oakville this season, an overtime win back on May 11th up in Ennismore. It's like this game might have extra time written over it here tonight, the way it's going. Back and forth, back and forth. Out the other end, here comes Olbicus. Olbicus winds, fires, and it's over the shoulder and high. There's a rebound. Smith shoots, it's off the post. Comes back to Curtis Woodland. Pass over, Smith shoots and scores! Ryan Smith puts it in the back of the cage, and just like that, the Titans regain the lead. It's 9-8. 5:26 to go, second period. This might be the first lead of the night, if I'm not mistaken, for the Oakville Titans. They've outscored the James Gang 7-3 here in the second period. After being down 5-2 after one. Real battle here between Bean and Howell for that. And a good job there by Bean as it's picked up by his teammate, really getting hacked and whacked there. Was Ryan Nolan. Nolan trying to get away. Drops it back for Coons. Coons will bounce it ahead. For Mickle. Mickle goes across for Cole McWilliams. Williams. Cross for Mickle. Back for Gilray. Gilray's pass a little too high, but he has a chance to redeem himself. He does. Gilray picks it up. 2 in the shot clock. And they did reset the shot clock, but Oakville pick it up. Alec Tamas with it. Tamas up the floor. Goes up for Matt Lee. That low for Cree Blakely. Blakely with it. Blakely drops it back for Eddie Renaud. Eddie Renaud cutting in. Takes a shot, saved by Wilson. The other way. Steve Nichols with it. Nichols will just shove it back, 15 the shot clock. Pass goes to Hewitt. He'll drop it off for Matt Evans. Evans cuts in, spinning around the defense. 5 in the shot clock, has to hurry. Gets it off, but it misses. And it's picked up by the Titans. It would have been a shot clock violation against Ennismore. Now it's Apers, Nolan Apers puts it ahead for Gage Board, the captain. Board over the Woodland. Woodland hits it over, gets it back. Woodland shoots, but doesn't get enough on it. And it's picked up by Wilson. Long pass up the floor. It's Brett Coons. Coons trying to slow things down for Ennismore. 20 to shot clock. We'll drop it back for Michael Swift. And the Mickle trying to get it back for Swift. They can't do it. Now worked over hard. This Oakville player, Howell. Howell, long pass ahead for Olbicus. Olbicus hits a streaky Smith. Smith shoots, and a big save there by Brandon Wilson to stop Smith. Up the other way. They have to hurry. Coming up, it's Steve Borden. He'll drop it back for Josh Gilray. He'll rush off. Does Borden. Gilray cross for Swift. Back to the other Swift. Jeff gets it over for Josh Gilray. Gilray behind the net is Mickle. Mickle goes out front off the Oakville player, but then he turns it over now, but maybe a 2-on-1. Here comes Board. Board winds, fires, and it's off the leg of Wilson. It's picked up by the speedy Matt Fountain. Fountain with Mickle waiting up there. He didn't even move. He's an offensive force, so why not stay down by the net? Pass will hit Michael Swift. Drops it back for Josh Gilray. Gilray, 2:15 left in the second period. 9-8 Oakville, 9 in the shot clock for Ennismore. Gilray, they get it in, but it backs up a couple of players. And here we go, get some pushing and shoving here. There's going to be a penalty call against Oakville late in the second. It's going to be roughing. Coming up to Alec Tamis. Coming over from St. Catharines of Junior A last year. So a late power play for Ennismore here to tie this one up. 2:04 to go in the second period. Oakville 9, Ennismore 8. Ontario Series Lacrosse action on the JVI Sports Network. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're tuning in from. Just sort of fancy, put the whistle away. I have to agree. It's been a little better here in the second and the first, but yeah, let the players play a little bit. I agree. But it's a power play for the James gang. They're working it around. McWilliams for Evans. Swift, Evans, back to McWilliams cutting it. McWilliams shooting a save by Legault. Saying it was over. Now it's Oakville shorthanded. Pass. Olbicus behind the net. 15 the shot clock. He's being worked over. Offensively by Nolan. Chop it back. It's Board just trying to kill off the clock. Maybe get a shot on to get a fresh 30 here. It's Board coming up. Flips it in. And he would have got a new 30, but they're just going to go off on a change. Back comes Ennismore. 1:13 to go in the second. 1:08. So there's a 4-second differential between the game clock and the power play. So we'll end before the second if they don't score. But they're going to try here. And behind the goal, being worked over hard there is Swift. Drops it off. Back to the high. There's a shot. And a save. And a shot clock violation there against the James gang. 49 seconds ago here in the second. And it's pass ahead for Sawyer Howell. Howell leaves it for Eddie Renault. Renault is just going to eat up the clock here as much as he can. 30 seconds left in this Ennismore power play. There's 10 on the shot clock for the Titans. Getting a nice pick there is Renault. Here goes Renault busting his shorthanded. Renault comes in, shoots. And a shoulder save. He went through the crease. It's going to be Ennismore ball. 19 seconds left. Ball's there for Parker Sands. He drops it off. So last possession again in this period for Ennismore on the power play. Can they get one before the buzzer? It's Evans. Evans. It's a shot. It's back in tight. There's a shot. Nice save as Bickle gets robbed in there tight by Legault. And that will do it for period number 2. A better period for the home team, Oakville, and they take a 9-8 lead. The Oakville Titans do to the locker room. So once again, the score, Oakville 9, Ennismore 8. You're watching Ontario Series Lacrosse on the JVI Sports Network. Welcome back to Ontario Series Lacrosse on the JVI Sports Network. Oakville leads Ennismore 9-8, about to begin the third period of play. Alan Corcoran with you from the track in Oakville, Ontario. Titans looking to move to 7-1 on the season, while the Ennismore James gang look for a win to stay in the playoff picture as we're about the midway point of the OSL season. Draws at center court. And it's one, and a big hit there, but it comes back for Mason Noble, so Oakville control off the opening draw. He'll just drop it off for Justin Scott and go off to the bench. Offense on the floor for the Titans. Goes to Ryan Smith, drops it back for Matt Lee, who has a hat trick tonight. Here comes Smith and busted shoots. Oh, and a big save there by Wilson. New 30 on the clock for the Titans. Pass over for Woodland for Matt Lee. It's over for Smith again. It's Smith. Takes a couple of whacks, takes a shot, saved by Wilson. New 30 again, but they're getting the reset of the shot clock, which is huge for Oakville, trying to kill some clock. Now it's Woodland. Woodland with it. Winds, fires, kick save. Matt Lee with a shot. Oh, what a nifty shot that was, but it was stopped by Wilson. That would have been the highlight of the night if he would have got that one in. What a shot there by Lee, but a bigger save by Wilson. James gang regain control and bring it up the floor. There's a pass over to Evans. Pardon me, that's McWilliams with it. McWilliams trying to get by defense, he can't. And it's scooped up by Ben Mercy. Mercy brings it up the floor, the pass for Sawyer Howell. Howell has it. We'll just drop it off for Blakely and go off. Blakely down for Gage Board. Board cuts in the high slot, draws the double coverage. Now it's Blakely. Getting over Woodland, 9 to shot clock. Blakely gets the return feed. Down low for Lee, they leave him alone, but a piece of that by Wilson's making the save. Needed that one as a dangerous Matt Lee was left alone in front. Blown coverage there by James gang, but the goalie bails him out with a big save on Matt Lee. Now it's up ahead. Captain Swift gets it for Mickle. Dan Mickle's had the hot hand tonight for the James gang. They get it back, there's a shot. It's off ahead and picked up by Legault. Legault will get it for Jamie McMahon. McMahon for Spencer Pike. Pike will drop it off for Creed Blakely. 20 on the shot clock. Blakely down low for Ryan Smith. Smith cuts in. Now he drops back, gets a pass over to Justin Scott. Scott for Smith. Smith cutting in. Smith drawing double coverage. The Blakely fires on, takes a shot right into the bread basket of Brandon Wilson. He makes a save. 2.5 minutes gone here in the third, and it's still a 1-goal Oakville lead, 9-8. Anybody's game right now. Parker Sands drops it back for the captain, Jeff Swift. Head for Mickle. Gets a pass, Mickle, and a big save there by Legault. Robbing the sniper that time. Back come the Titans. Cross floor pass for Alec Tamas. Tamas just gingerly coming up the floor. He'll drop it back for Matt Lee. He's had a hot hand for the Titans. His shot, it's off a couple of bodies. Found gets knocked down there a little awkwardly. Looks like he's favoring his arm or his wrist there. Now it's Renault busting in. Renault, 6 on the shot clock. Cuts to the high slot, takes a shot, kicked in. Oh, and Wilson has a jump on it before it rolls by him. As you see Matt Fountain going to the bench there, he's favoring his arm or his wrist there. I don't know if he gets slashed hard. We'll see if he'll be back. The trainer's gonna have a look at it. James gang bringing it up the floor. They'll put it ahead for Michael Swift. Swift cuts in, trying to get the pass. His brother Jeff. Back to Michael. Michael has it. Back to Jeff. Takes a shot, but it's blocked. And a good job there. And they're gonna war possession Oakville. Back up the floor come the Titans. They'll drop it off for Ryan Smith. Smith. Blakely back to Smith. 20 in the shot clock. Jumping down for Spencer Pike. Pike for Smith. There's a shot. Oh, and a save there as Justin Scott gets stopped. Picked up with the James gang. Pass goes for Brett Coons. Coons trying to spin away from Blakely. Gets it up the floor. Pass for Jeff Swift. The captain of the James gang trying to get his team to tie. There's a pass, and Mickle comes in and shoots. And it gets knocked to the net. But they're going to say it was Mickle's momentum to put him in, so it's going to be Oakville ball. Pass ahead for Corbett. Corbett takes the return, feed again. Patrick Corbett. It's a streaky Renault at bench. Renier, boys, it fires and scores! What a rocket by Eddie Renault. And the Titans are up by 2, 10-8. 15:06 to go here in the third. What a rocket there by Eddie Renault. Coming in, just letting it rip from the high slot. And it's a 2-goal Titans lead over Ennismore, but there's still 15:06 remaining here in the third. And we've seen leads evaporate pretty quickly here tonight, so the Ennismore James gang just got to get to work. Bring the lunch buckets. Referee over there, Wilson, just having a talk. Coaching staff of Ennismore, probably about the latest non-call maybe, just explaining it, and off the draw, it's controlled. Now drop it back for Spencer Pike. He'll drop it off for Cree Blakely, and here come the Titans again. They're got the momentum here in this period. Pass. Back for Woodland. Woodland winds it, fires. It bounces off the arm of Wilson, but he gets his own rebound. 5 in the shot clock. Now it's Pike. He has to shoot. Doesn't get it off, and it's a shot clock violation against the Titans. Back the other way come the James gang. McGee Hewitt. Hewitt draws it back for Swift. Over for Gilray. Josh Gilray trying to bowl his way in. He has a pass. Mickle left alone in front, but he's robbed in there by Legault. Up the floor, maybe a break for Tamas. Tamas cuts in. He'll drop it off for Jamie McMahon. McMahon across the floor for Eddie Renault, who just gave Oakville a 2-goal lead. Renault just avoids the hack. Cutting in, tennis striker. There's a pass. Not a pass, and it's a goal for Jamie McMahon. Here comes the money. Jamie McMahon scores, and it's 11-8 with 13:48 to go in the third. A 3-goal advantage for the Titans as they're starting to maybe run away with this one here, showing their league-leading ability. So Jamie McMahon, the transition man, gets on the board. He was part of that championship team here last year for the Oakville Titans, along with some other players. Now they'll drop it back for Brett Olbekes, and it's been all Oakville here to start this third period. And now it's Ryan Smith dropping it back for Blakely. Over to Woodland. Curtis Woodland has it. 12 in the shot clock. Blakely down for Smith. Smith shoots, but it's well wide. Only 5 left in the shot clock. Titans pick it up. Try to get it down. They throw it down the floor. It's a shot clock violation, Oakville. 13-12 remaining. Third period. Ennismore with the ball, but they're down by 3 now. Had to start a comeback here, you think, soon. But they just got to do one shot at a time. Pass over for Gilray. Gilray avoids the check. Josh Gilray, his pass intercepted. Might be a break here for Oakville. They get the pass. It's up for Gage Board. Board in the break. Shoots. He scores. Gage Board, the captain, strikes again for Oakville, and it's 12-8 for the Titans. 12:42 to go now in the third period as Oakville starting to run away with this one. 3 unanswered here to start the third period. And the tide is definitely tilted in Oakville's favor. But there is 12:42 remaining here in period 3. So Ennismore's gonna try to get it one shift at a time. They want to get back in this one, but Oakville have really carried the play since the start of the period. And they control that draw as well. They get it back for Brett Olbekes. He pushes up ahead for Mason Noble. Noble chops it back for Olbekes. Olbekes Drops it off for Spencer Pike. Pike. Then for Woodland. Woodland has it. Smith. Get it back now for Justin Scott. Scott held up, takes a shot. It's well wide of the net. Now Woodland takes it off the glass. Winds and shoots at a save by Wilson to get a new 30. And a big hit there. And it's going to be a penalty against Woodland. And Morning is in there to give him a piece of his mind as well for that hard hit. It's going to be a minor penalty to Curtis Woodland. We'll see what the call is. It's going to be a minor, I believe, maybe 4. We'll see. 2 minutes for cross-checking, says referee Wilson. So we heard a couple of the Ennismore fans say maybe give him the boot after the ejection earlier of Travis Sabolix in the second period, but that one didn't look as fierce, even though I don't think the Sabolix one probably deserved an ejection either. But that's one man's opinion. But it's a power play Ennismore maybe to get some life back into this one for them. There's a shot well wide. The rebound misses. Ennismore pick it up. Gilray over to Evans and shoots. And it's saved there by Legoe. Squeeze it in all that equipment to keep it out. Oh, a top break there almost. Tamas almost put it in his own net. Gotta be more careful, but Tamas will redeem himself. Gets the long feed ahead for Eddie Renault. Renault up there shorthanded. Battling 2 James Gang players. And he loses the ball. So 1:20 left in the power play for Ennismore. Ennismore have it. Swift. Mickle back to Swift. For Evans. Gilray, Evans. Back to Gilray. Winds and fires. Legault the save. Rebound picked up by McWilliams. Williams for Evans. Swift. Swift has it again. Back to Evans. For Mickle, his shot is blocked and out of play. And it's Oakville ball, 40 seconds left of their penalty. And maybe a break here for Tamas. Tamas coming up shorthanded. Drops it back for Justin Scott. He's just got to kill some clock here. 10-second differential between the shot clock and the power play. 25 left on it for Ennismore. Now you get the pass over. Justin Scott. Scott just trying to methodically work his way in and get a shot on goal. He does, and a save. Gets a fresh 30, only 10 left in this power play. They have to hurry. Does Ennismore if they want to strike on it. So we're nearing the halfway point of the third period, and the James Gang down by 4. And the power play is over, so we're back to even strength. And there's a chance well over the net. They get it back. There's a shot. Oh, it's off the outside of the net. Gilray. Back in transition come the Titans. It's Olbicus. Olbicus over to Tamas. Shoots. Big save there by Wilson, and he'll trap it and pick it up. Brandon Wilson. It's it up ahead for Michael Swift. Swift drops it back for Parker Sands. Sands back to Swift. Swift has it, 10 on the shot clock. Swift cuts in. Swift drops it back. Gilray with a 3 in the shot clock, trying to bust in, but he doesn't get the shot off in time. A shot clock violation, Ennismore. As Oakville has some really airtight D there, not letting any breaks. And now it's Sawyer Howell dropping it off for Matt Lee. Lee fakes the pass. Still has it. Drops it for Smith. Smith drops it off for Scott. Back to Pike. Pike winds and fires, but it's well wide off the board. Still stays in play. 5 in a shot clock. Lee now shoots. Oh, it's up high and hits the face mask there of Ryan Nolan. Josh Bean didn't like that too much. I don't think he meant the shot. It just was up high and it was blocked by Ryan Nolan. He's a tough player though. He goes off. But I guess Josh Bean just didn't like his player getting hit. But I don't think there was no intent, no malice on that one by Lee. And it will be Ennismore ball. 8:42 remaining in the third period. James Gang down by 4, so they're going to have to maybe take a few chances here to try to get back into this one. Maybe at least get it to overtime. Nice passing here. Mickle can't control. Mickle has hit 5 goals here tonight. Oh, and a push from behind there. They're going to have a penalty call. Let's see. It's going to go, I believe, to Swift. So waiting to see here what the official call is. Yep, it's going to be Jeff Swift going off. It's going to be a 2-minute minor, so Oakville trying to maybe ice this one here with a power play marker. They're up by 4, 8:20 to go here in the third period of the JVI Sports Network. It's Pike. Look it back. So it's a slashing call against Swift. Now there's a chance, shot and a goal! It's put in by Ryan Smith. He gets on the board again here tonight, a nice side-winding shot. And they strike quick on the power play, just 23 seconds into it. And it's a 5-goal Titans lead, 13-8 with just over 8 to go here in the third. And is the mountain too high to climb right now for the James gang? We're about to find out. They're gonna have to get streaky very quick and tighten up the D, and you know, goalie Brandon Wilson's gonna have to be airtight the rest of the way if the James gang want to get back in this one. So Oakville 13, Ennismore 8. So they've outscored the James gang 11-3 since the second period started. They were down 5-2 after 1. So it's an 11-3 run in 32 minutes of action for the Oakville Titans. Now it's again, drops it back. It's Woodland with the ball, 12 in the shot clock. A chance for no shoots and a save by Wilson. Now Wilson gets it up ahead for Brad Baker. There's a long feed ahead, there's a chance. And a save by Legault as he robs Brett Coons in tight. Long feed ahead for Ben Heidecker. Heidecker drops it back for Matt Lee. Lee down for Cree Blakely. Blakely. Let's get something in. Blakely goes cross for Curtis Woodland. Woodland, 13 in the shot clock. Trying to get down there for Matt Lee. He swings and misses, but comes back to Blakely. Blakely's pass intercepted. Maybe a 2-on-1 break for the James gang. It's Matt Fountain. Fountain. Tried to get in there, but he stopped. Now he has a chance to redeem himself, regroup. Draws it back, gets a pass in there. A little too hot to handle for Ryan Nolan first stop, and then he gets it back, and he's being checked there really tight by Sawyer Howell, and he caused a turnover. Back come the Titans, 2-on-1. Tamas over the board, shoots, and scores. Gage Board gets the hat trick for the Oakville Titans, and that might be the icing on the cake for the Titans tonight. They're up 14-8 with just 6:33 remaining in regulation. A tough third period so far for the Ennismore James game. They've been outscored 5-0. Possession will be awarded here off the draw to Ennismore. Picked up by Jeff Swift. Swift for again Hewitt. Hewitt getting some time up top. Hewitt double team there. He's almost getting bear hugged there by Mason Noble. And Oakville picks the ball back up. And up the floors, Obicus. He'll drop it off for Scott. Scott back for Matt Lee. Lee rifles a pass over for Woodland. Woodland down low for Renault. Trying to hit Lee. I think it went off the helmet of Lee, and it's picked up by Ennismore. It's Matt Fountain again. Matt Fountain will just leave it at center. Drop it off for the captain, Swift. Jeff Swift. It's an in tight now for Mickle. Mickle trying to bust it. He takes a chance, but he can't get it up high over Legault. The other way comes Oakville. Oh, an avoided check, maybe a 3-on-1 break. It's Corbett. Corbett lines, fires, and Wilson makes the save, close the 5-hole in time. There comes Ennismore again. Jeff Swift. Jeff Swift has it. Swift trying to get something, 14 to shot clock. Swift now cuts in, drops it off for Michael Swift. He shoots, it's blocked. Fresh 30 on the clock though for Ennismore. Jeff Swift gets it over for Josh Gilray. Gilray shoots, saved by Legault. In the crest, Legault will get it up ahead for Ben Mercy. Mercy busting up the floor. Mercy draws it back. It's off a helmet and right to the stick of Cole McWilliams. And it's up the floor for Evans. And now he'll drop it back for Michael Swift. Cross for Josh Gilray. Gilray has a nice nifty behind the feed pass there for Evans. He's hit. Evans has it. He's double teamed. 8 on the shot clock. Evans trying to go behind the back. Gilray picks up 3 on the shot, shoots, and he does get it away with 2 seconds left on the shot clock, but the Titans will scoop it up and bring it up the floor. Only 4:10 to go here in the third. And it's almost all she wrote here in this one. This is a rapid fire competition now for Ennismore to try to get back in this one. It's Blakely. Over to Scott. Scott comes in, shoots, and scores. Justin Scott with not much on that one, but it was enough mustard to get by Brandon Wilson. And if there was any doubt about this one, not anymore. That put it to bed. 15-8 for the Oakville Titans with 3:50 remaining. Off the draw, it's the Titans controlling it again. Chris Young. Young gets it ahead for Eddie Renault. Renault down low for Woodland. Woodland has it. Just a back for Blakely. Down low for Ryan Smith. Smith over to Renault. 8 on the shot clock. Renault trying to get back to it. It's intercepted by McNeil. Hewitt. Hewitt turns on the Jets right now. 2-on-1 maybe for the Jays gang. Pass in. Caught shot. Oh, a save with the mask by Legault. Off a shot by McWilliams. Now the Titans bring it up again. Matt Lee. 3 minutes left in this one. 15 on the shot clock. It's Lee. Matt Lee has it. Takes a shot. Save. It bounces off the mask of Wilson, but he keeps it out. 2:50 left. Brought back up by Parker Sands. Sands has it. Sands. It's it over for Gilray. Looking to see if they're going to pull the goalie. Might join the rush here. Gilray comes in. Trying to get down low for Swift. Comes back to Sands. 3 on the shot clock. Nice empty pass there. They can't get the shot off. Shot clock violation for the James gang. Oakville ball once again. Both these teams will be back in action on Saturday. The James gang will host Six Nations, while the Oakville Titans will visit Kitchener-Waterloo next Saturday. So it's going to be a unsportsmanlike, I believe, coming up here to Matt Lee. Got teed up. 2:19 left, so it's going to be a power play. Ennismore maybe to get a couple goals here for Pride here at the end of it. Maybe build some momentum for that game against Six Nations, which would be a tough one. The Six Nations are battling Oakville for top spot. They're only a couple points behind, but it'll actually be 4 after tonight. There's a shot high and over the net. Here's Gage Board to Thomas. It was unsportsmanlike to Lee. Pass back. There's a shot by Scott, but a big save by Brandon Wilson. Just 1:50 to go, and here comes Parker Sands. Sands shoots high and over the net. need a soccer net for that one. Now it's McWilliams with it. Drop it back. Gilray, now it's back to Evans. Evans trying to hit Mickle. Mickle down there, battling to go. Shot clock violation though, and Matt Evans put it in anyway, even though the buzzer went, so I guess they got to score somehow. But it was a great start for Ennismore here, a 5-2 lead after one, but it's just been all Oakville since then. They've outscored Ennismore 10-3 here in the last two periods, and showing why they're the top team in Ontario Series Lacrosse right now. They're going to have a 4-point lead. There's a pass in, a shot, and a goal. Nifty pass in for Cree Blakely, and he finishes the play, and it's 16-8 with just under a minute to go. So just under a minute to go. So with this win tonight, the Titans will move 4 points up on three teams, Six Nations, Brooklyn, and Owen Sound. While the James gang will still have 6, and still be 4 back of the 3 teams I mentioned. So a tough loss in the playoff picture for Ennismore, but Oakville with a bit more breathing room on the 3 teams chasing them for top spot in this league. So just 50 seconds left here, and I think Oakville's just gonna kill the clock out because they have no need to score. They're up by 8. A good all-around effort here tonight for the Titans after a tough first period. It's been all Titans since. There's passing the ball around to the 8 in the shot clock. You're just trying to kill it. Shot on goal, they get the fresh 30. It's stopped by Wilson and out of play, so it's going to be Oakville ball with 26.7 seconds left. They pass it back, and they're just going to try to control the ball here because the shot clock has been turned off. They're going to throw it in for Tamas. There's only 14 seconds left. They're just passing the ball around. It's going to be another victory for the Oakville Titans. They're going to move to 7-1 the season. The Ennismore James gang will fall to 3-6, so a huge last 40 minutes for the Oakville Titans as they get the victory 16-8 over the Ennismore James gang, outscoring them here in the third period 7-0. So 16-8 the final for the Oakville Titans over the Ennismore James gang. And that'll do it here from the Toronto Rock Athletic Center in Oakville. For my wonderful crew behind the scenes, I'm Al Corkum saying good night. You've been watching Ontario Series Lacrosse on the JVI Sports Network.